Hey guys, so today I have a video for you on a possible new feature coming in iOS 4.1. So of course iOS 4.0 has been out for a little while, and we have seen two betas of iOS 4.1. Now these betas really haven't consisted of anything rather than just updates and minor little bug fixes. It really hasn't been a major update. However, Apple has said that they will be incorporating a fairly large update in 4.1, so it will probably consist of something pretty decent. Now, a lot of us, myself included, didn't really think anything of this. Maybe you just figure it might be Game Center, which has been updated a bit, or something else. However, thanks to some tips and screenshots I've gotten, it actually might be a landscape springboard option for the iPhone and iPod Touch. Thanks to these tips and screenshots I've gotten from Johnny Boy Vlogs, there are quite a few pretty interesting things I'd like to show you guys. So let's go ahead and start with the landscape notifications. So if you take a look at the notifications, they're actually in all sorts of different angles, which is pretty odd as generally, they just stay pretty much the same. And this was easily repeatable, as you showed me in a video, is that, all he has to do is just turn his iPhone and it would pop up in a different area. So that's definitely pretty interesting, I have to say. In addition, the keyboard also was doing something pretty similar, as you could go ahead and be typing in portrait and the keys would show up in landscape. So I will mention that this is not entirely unprecedented. We've seen some sort of glitches, especially like the keyboard in previous versions of iOS. However, for all of these to just suddenly appear in iOS 4.1, which by all accounts looks pretty much like a simple update, is pretty interesting. In addition, I also have a tip from Hey Jordan, and let me know about it, that there's actually a landscape springboard folder inside iOS 4.1 for the iPhone and iPod Touch. So inside this folder, there's not a whole lot. Basically, there's just a few copies of the dock, both the old and the new dock, as well as 2 copies of the iPad dock, which is kind of interesting why that would be in the iPhone and iPod Touch. Personally, I think that is probably just a placeholder. They're just getting it ready, and there actually will be, a standard-looking iPhone and iPod Touch dock that they will add. So guys, if you put all this together, I think there actually is a pretty decent likelihood that we will see rotating springboard option coming in iOS 4.1 for the iPhone and iPod Touch. Now, of course, guys, none of this is confirmed, but I did want to see, after all this stuff I've got, I did want to go ahead and share it with you guys and see what your opinion was. So what do you think? Do you think this is pretty, do you think this could happen? Do you think it's actually going to come? Or do you think maybe it's just a lot of, talk, maybe just over just a few random glitches? Definitely let me know in the comments. I'm pretty interested to know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching.